Hello. In this video, we're going to learn about file extensions. Computers use many different types of files to perform different actions. A file may run and install a program or open a Word document. It may be an image or a PowerPoint presentation. There are numerous types of file formats, too many to talk about in just one video, unless you have a lot of free time. In order to identify what type of file something is, it is labeled using a file extension. This is the 3 or 4-digit identifier found at the end of a file. It is separated from the file name by a period. The extension can help you determine what type of file you have and how it might be used. Let's learn about how to find a file's extension before we learn what they mean. Locate some files. I'm going to navigate on my computer to my documents. Eesh, that's a scary place. Do you see how all of those files have the yellow folder icon next to them? That means they're folders, which also means they aren't going to be fun files to check for a file extension. But if I open one, like this one labeled file extensions, the files listed inside will be helpful for this task. Okay, here's my files. The very top one is flowchart.pdf. That's super handy of it to tell me what file it is right away. That .pdf part tells me that the file is a PDF and will open in Adobe Acrobat Reader. If the file extension isn't showing, you can try right-clicking on the file and choosing Properties. That will tell me what it is and what program is going to open the file. Oh, you know what else I can do? I can get more details in my folder. Click on the top row of the folder where it lists name, date modified, size. Yours might tell you some different things. Right-click. I can then get more details by checking some of those boxes. If I click Type, it tells me what kind of file it is. So snazzy and easy. I can also sort the files by file type by clicking on the column in Type. Or I can sort them alphabetically by name by clicking on the name column. So much fun. I may have gotten a bit sidetracked. So, file types. Let me just share some common file types with you. Microsoft Word files are labeled as .doc or .docx. Microsoft Excel is .xls or .xlsx. PowerPoint is .ppt or .pptx. Access is .mcd or .accdb. I didn't make the rules on the Access one. File types that end in .txt are text files and will open in Microsoft Word, but may, by default, open in Notepad. A text file is the stripped-down version of a Word file. It doesn't have any of the fancy formatting, just the raw text. Images can be a number of things. They are most commonly found as .png or .jpg or .jpeg. Oh, let's not forget those fancy GIFs. You know, the animated images? They are labeled as .gif. Also, there is an awkward debate over if they are called GIF or GIF. Anyway, how about video files? Some of the more common video files are .mov, .avi, and .mp4. I mean, there are others, .flv, .wmv. You might even come across an .m4v. But let's settle down. This is an intro class, okay? Audio files are commonly .mp3 or .wav. Again, that's not all the choices for audio files, just two of the most popular. They have different uses, strengths, and weaknesses. You don't need to know why you need to choose an MP3 file over a WAV. Just know that MP3 and WAV are signifiers for audio. Suffice it to say, there are lots of other file extensions, and we're definitely not going to cover them all. You can always Google a file extension if you don't know what it is or what it's used for. However, isn't there always a however? There's one more really important extension that we need to cover. That extension is an .exe. This is an executable file, and it means that it's going to install something on your computer. Sometimes that's okay, like when you download that copy of Audacity to your computer so you can play with audio files, or maybe you're using GIMP. But you also need to be wary because some executable files are malicious and you don't want them on your computer. Even something non-threatening can install a virus, a Trojan, or some other form of spyware that lets hackers into your computer. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't ever install programs, but you should be wary and cautious of programs that are downloaded from the internet. Verify that that site you got Firefox from is the real site. Definitely don't install programs that people email you or that you find randomly on the internet. Commonly, free programs are too good to be true, although there are some exceptions. Do a little research and save yourself the hassle of having to get a new computer or identity. Wow, that took a dark turn. Okay, but file extensions. They're super handy and can help you identify and use files on your computer. Time to review. In this video, you learned about file extensions, some common extensions and what they are used for, as well as a small dip into the details view of a folder on your computer and computer safety.